Hello, welcome back to BPRL round. I don't know what round it is. Round 3 for the Austrian GP for BPRL. Division 1.5 for the blue tier. So welcome all. How are you all doing? And I've got Yxnglightz with me.
Good evening. Welcome to BPRL.
How are you? How is it going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad myself, mate. So in the first race, Lion won the first race, and the second race, Timon won it. And for the blue standings, Q-Tip is the championship leader, ahead of BJ Yawn, who's 5 points behind Q-Tip. ILRT Timon in third place, 26 points, 1 point behind BJ, and he's 1 point ahead of Lion, who's in fourth. Ryan in fifth place, ahead of Gavin. I Stole Toast in seventh, ahead of Ozone. The Warriors Lander in ninth, ahead of Spies. LRB in 11th, ahead of Cam. Kodsky in 13th, ahead of MA Slash. Mini Gold Bod in 15th, ahead of Just Chris in 16th. Sector, Virus and Pat. So it could be an interesting one ahead of us in the qualifier session today in Austria. We know that track provides many great actions, and yeah, let's hope it's going to be a good one today.
Yeah, I know some people out on track here. I know NZL Cam, I know Gavin Tataru, I Stole Toast, Mini God Bold, NMT Lion, Sectors, and Ryan 5.5. So it's going to be exciting to see their times today.
I know quite a lot of them too. I think the people I've got the pace here is, I'll say BJ, Kodsky, ILOT Pat, Just Chris, Sector can be there and coming up there, Lion as well, MNT Lion, Gavin Tetaru, who's running no assists, I think, if I'm right. New Zealand Cam, he's there and there sometimes. Compassion, I've seen he's got good pace too, and ILRT Diamond, he's got good pace, and I'm wondering how everything's going to be into night's race in Austria.
Yeah, it's track quite simple nine. So yeah, like I said, quite simple. So the times are very good. Yeah.
New Zealand Cam, the first man out on the track. He's coming towards the final corner to start his flying lap time. And the strategy here, I think, is soft and medium. And you don't want to be doing that, going on the grass to start your flying lap. As he heads down into turn 1, they're breaking the 100-metre board. Take a load of curb on the entry, rest it out on the exit, climb up the hill towards turn 2. If you call it turn 2, it's just a little turn right here. And downhill, uphill breaking the 100-metre board. Into turn 3 we go, down through the gears. Short shift to get a better exit and traction on the exit of turn 3. Now coming down the hill into turn 4. Yellow's just set to 3. I presume that's people slowing down to prepare for their flying laps. Coming down into turn 4, then take a late apex. And Lion's got a 5 players grid penalty, it says.
I think that was collision with the Toro, so went wide off track on the map for me. I think that was VAR Compassion. He's going quite slow, so he must have a problem with his car there.
Compassion off the track as I'm looking at it. Has he got any full wind damage? Nope, so I think he got hit from behind, if I'm correct. As the Williams comes across the line, where is he? Not this Williams, the other Williams. New Zealand Cam.
He's just invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to go round again there, or safe fuel to go round. I think Gavin Tetaru's the next driver to actually come round the corner, set a lap time. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've got a spinner.
Well.
You've got a spinner. And that is Slash. He's on the medium tyres as well, and it's quite easy to spin it around there, especially when you go wide and hit the gravel.
And especially with no assists, maybe no traction, it's quite a tough corner to tackle.
Reset to track there. Don't know if it caught the Toro Rosso out, if he was on a lap time or not.
4.5, very strong time, and the Alfa Romeo goes third. Oh, and the other times are now being put in there, as you see ILRT.
Timon, yep.
Goes first. I mean, that's a quick time. 1:40. 5 temps in front of P2. See if anyone else can top that time.
He's a huge 5 tenths quicker than Spies in second place, but these are the banker laps, so we've got more to come in this session. BJ, the other Alpha, in 4th place. Kodsky in 5th place, out of Q-Tip, championship leader in 6th place on the medium tyres. There's a couple of drivers on the mediums, couples on the softs. I need to see the fitted tyres. Yeah, a couple of there's 4 of them on the medium tyres. Now the strategy around here, I think, is soft to medium easy. I think I've tried it before, or is it soft to hards? I don't know.
It is soft to mediums. I think you take the softs all the way to lap 16, lap 14 to 16, and do take mediums to the end from there. So I think it is one of them that strategy, or vice versa, medium to softs. But as we're seeing, it's like most of the drivers have actually gone onto the softs. The top 9 are on softs, 10th to 12th are on mediums. 12 drivers have really set times here, but it's only 10th, 11th, and 12th on mediums here. So I do suggest that they do go softs, or they will be towards the back of the grid for the starting race.
Yeah, people outside the top 10, like you said, like 11th, 12th, 10th as well. I think they'll switch on to the softs because these are their bankers. They won't go on the medium tyres this very early. If they wanted to start the mediums, they won't do it this early, especially with the track not evolving in and rubbing in yet. They'll be on the softs at the end of qualify session. I'm on board with Compassion.
Ryan's also come around the final corner. He's done a very strong time, 3.9. Wow. That's really fast.
That's a good lap time, and that's his first fly lap time too. So that's very good from him in the racing point.
Yeah. Also, the track gets more warmer as we go along, so faster times could possibly come along.
On board with Compassion as he heads around the penultimate corner. Now through the final corner, very fast those two. Try not to go too out wide, and he'll come across the line to set a 4.2, and he goes up into 4th. Well, Spirus goes up into 4th place. He's ahead of Compassion by a 10th.
I've noticed that some people just use no traction, and some people do have the ABS on. Like Ryan, he's still done a really fast time. I don't know how he's managed that, but the racing points are also looking strong running in 1st and 3rd. Maybe they can knock out the front row here at Austria.
I'm just wondering, New Zealand Cam went all 4 wheels off the track. He got his first lap time invalidated, but this is his second fly lap time. So if he went even wider, he will have that lap time invalidated, fortunately for him. But he's still going as he heads up ends the sector 1. Is that his teammate ahead of him? It is.
Yeah, I do believe it is Pat. Maybe trying to give him some slipstream.
2 Williams working well with each other down in 17th. Pat's not set a lap time yet, so it's a quick driver. We know he's got pace, but let's see if he hooks up a lap together. A bit of confusion between Cam and Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, he spins.
Oh, and Cam spun again.
Oh, I thought he lost the wheel there. It's just a bit of a glitch. So Cam has just spun it at turn 4.
It's very unlucky there. Very, very unlucky. Well, he still has 11 minutes to try to put in a decent lap time. But for now, he's stuck in P18. And I'm talking about the soft to medium compound tyres. Q-Tip and the Warislander have moved on to the soft tyres. Warislander's actually an outlap. MMA Slash, who's done 3 laps on their mediums, he's currently in the pits. He's literally just gone to the pits now, so I'm assuming he'll be going on softs very, very soon.
And Pat is starting his flying lap. I'm on board with Spies, by the way, as he comes round the penultimate corner, trying to avoid the curb and don't get on it too aggressively. Coming around the final corner, that final corner is quite difficult as he comes round comes across the finish line at 4.4 in the Alpha.
He did improve. Yeah, he did improve. Just under a 10th. He did have a 1:05 before. Not enough to move him up a position, but it was enough to move him further away from P8.
Trying to figure out who's on there. Like Kaunsky, interesting driver. I commentated over him in PSF1, so let's see how he does. Currently down in 14th on a second flying lap time. He's improved through the first sector, headed down into turn 4. Take a late apex through there. Be careful on the exit.
On board with Thomas, he actually went purple in sector 2. Not sure if he invalidated. He just moved down to 0 ERS. So
Thomas,
yeah,
what
sure
position is he? Thomas is.
Oh, not Thomas. I'm Pat. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Pat down in 20th place. Oh yeah, he's got back to the pits. He was on his outlap we saw, then going to his fly. That's a bit wide from Kodsky. Don't think he's invalidated just yet though. Any wider he would have. Kodsky comes round the final corner now to set a 104.8. He moves up into 11th place. A few hundreds behind BJ, who's currently down in 10th and is about to start his second flying lap time in the Alpha. So I'm going to ride on board with him. There's a Mercedes behind us, but he comes across the line and he starts his flying lap time.
You know what I've realised? That a lot of people are invalidated. I've just gone on board with most of the people that are actually on laps, and most of them are actually on invalidated laps. Maybe about 3 of them that are actually managing to keep their car on the track. But let's see if these times can improve. There's only 9 minutes left of the session.
Interestingly, Chris has done 5 laps on the set of soft tyres, so I wonder if he's just got explored, just doing some exploratory lap tyres to get used and get the feel for the track in Austria. And Timon, a 3.7, that's a good lap time for him in the Renault. He's 2/10 ahead.
These times are really fast, like really fast. I've never done these times before. Like, yeah, really quick.
I've been in the 3s, but not got close to that. My best time is a 3.9. I can't get any faster than that, unfortunately, as he comes to the puddles bit corner. It's very easy to slide the car, especially with no ABS through there. Where can he put himself? He goes up into 8th place, a 4.5. He's a 10th behind his teammate, who's down in 7th place.
Yeah. Very strong showing for the Alfa Romeo team, looking at the 4th row there. Can they keep it that way though?
Hope Spyrus gets out the way because Compassion is on his flying lap time. He does get out the way. Compassion went a bit wide coming into turn number 6. Now coming towards the penultimate corner. Rides the curb, but he gets a... Oh, he's in the pits.
Cam has just started his lap time. He's just coming into turn 1 now. Well, he's done turn 1 pretty good there. Also, his teammates on an out lap, so we're going to see where the Williams can put their team, currently 19th and 20th. But I think there's a racing point coming around the final corner now. I think that might be Sectors. He's just crossed the line.
The other racing point comes across the line, and he starts his flying lap time. That is Ryan.
Really strong times here.
More with Cam. Let's see if he takes turn 4 correctly this time. Let's see if he doesn't get on the throttle too early like he did the previous lap time. This time, nice and tidy through turn 4. There's yellows in sector 2. There's quite a lot of traffic in sector 2 as well. There's like 4 cars with each other, and no, 5 cars. One of them has just popped up. 2 racing points get a good slipstream off each other. I think that's Ryan get a slipstream off sector. And Cam comes around the final corner, and he will place himself up into 11th place, just outside the top 10. Look at that, not much in it between Chris and Cam. Chris on his out lap. I'm going on board with the racing point because I'm interested to see what lap time he can do. There he is, Ryan, as he comes through the penultimate corner. He was the one that got a slipstream off his teammate.
Do you know what's interesting? The midfield pack is very, very, very close, all the way from 4th to 15th, all in the 4s. But enough of that. ILRT Pat's coming around the final couple of corners now, so he's going to be setting his time. Can he be up there with Cam in the Williams, or can he go faster? It looks like he's on a mega time here. He's gone into P3.
Mega time, look at that.
Mega time.
3.8 along with Ryan. Ryan went up into 2nd place a few moments ago. Ferrari, there, Q-tip, there he is. He starts his flyer lap, he heads down into turn 1, but I want to go on board with his teammate. He's gone 2 turns quicker in sector 1. Now nearly headed towards sector 2. Yellow flags in sector 3. I think that's people slowing down. 3 tenths up in the middle sector, and he's currently down in 17th place. This lap time will put him in the 104s, but whereabouts? About 13th or 12th, if he can find more pace through sector 3. Now heading around the final corner. He went a bit slow through the final corner. There's a Mercedes right behind him. As he crosses the line, there's a 4.8, 2 tenths.
Just moved that one position there, but he still managed to get into the 1 minute 4s. Like, if he finds a couple of attempts, he can push his car right up there into P5. The grid is very close, and I'm excited to see what the race can bring to us today here at BPRL.
I think Mini Godball made a mistake coming towards the final corner. He lost 2 tenths to the final corner, well, to the 3rd sector. Yellow flags. I'm going to go on board with Q-tip. Oh, he's backed out of it, and he's come back to the pits. We
have the Warris Lander, who's currently on the lap time. He's coming around the penultimate corner now before coming to turn 9. He's in the house. Oh, he's invalidated there, so...
Yeah, gone out wide, like you said.
Wasn't going to be the best time. He was going to do a 1 minute 4.9, which would have pushed him up into P17. It was a 1 minute 4.9 away, I believe. But enough of that. We do have some drivers coming around the pits, final corner. We have LRB, he's about to start his lap time. We have the other Mercedes coming into the pits. We have the McLaren of Just Chris coming around the final corner now, but he's also invalidated. There's quite a lot of invalidations today.
Very easy. Do you know turn 1? Because if it's too sunny, they can't see turn 1, can they? They've got to use the braking boards.
It's quite a challenge.
Yeah, you've got to brake at the black box of the 100 meter board and turn the car in. If you can't see the racing line, it's difficult. In USA, you've got the same problem at the last corner.
Yeah, Austria's such an easy track, but some corners depending on like what assist you're using or where the sun is, it's quite tough to tackle. So you've got to appreciate these drivers and their times out on the track, really.
Places you can invalidate turn 1, the exit of turn 1, well you could cut turn 1 if you take it, or if you turn in too early. The final corner, this one you can ride most of the curb, get away with it, and the final 2 corners can be a difficult one too. I'm on board with LRB as he comes round the final corner. And what lap time will he set in the Mercedes is a 4.5 in 11th.
It's a very strong time, nearly up there with his teammate. They both done 1 minute 5s. LRB putting his car in a strong position. I wouldn't be mad with that time if I was LRB, because he's really close with like everyone here. Like everyone's really close. Literally, almost everyone's got to the 1 minute 4s, which just brings the field and the gap to the cars closer and closer and closer. You never know, LRB, anyone could have a chance at getting a top position here at the Austrian Grand Prix.
I stole toast very early in his lap time, possibly his last lap time. We've got people coming out of the pits. He got a decent toe off the slipstream of the Toro Rosso up the hill. Now as he heads down into turn 4, there's 2 cars ahead of him. That's the 2 racing points. I think they're going for it again with the slipstream strategic effect. Let's hope we don't hold him up. And I think, who's that? That's Sector and Ryan. I think Sector might get a slipstream off of Ryan. I think Sector's on his lap time. No,
he is on his lap time.
He is.
Yes, yeah. He's on a very strong lap time as well here. Exciting to see whether he can put his car into the top 3, maybe the front row.
There's Q-Tip ahead of us. I think it's his last time, last chance to potential.
Wow. He's gone 3 thousandths faster than his teammate Ryan, but he's about to set Ryan up for some slipstream here. So it's going to be very exciting to see how much Ryan can improve, because the gap between him and Stetters is really, really, really close. And I think we forgot to mention the fact that I saw Toast moves up into P14 and Cam's just drove into a wall.
There is Sector off the track. He's not giving his teammate a slipstream like he did the last lap. So, I don't know what happened there. Maybe he didn't want it.
It might be a bit personal. I think he might want to give. He doesn't want Ryan to improve because the gap between them is really, really close.
Look at that.
Like, Sectors wants to stay on that front row.
Yeah, exactly. 3 thousandths. The second and third place. 2 racing points are very close. And ILRT Pat down in 4th. All 3 of them 3.8. Look at Ryan. He's gone 1/10 quicker. He will get ahead of his teammate. He can find more time to the second sector.
He might even get pole here.
Exactly. About to say that.
Very strong showing. Very strong showing from the Racing Points team here.
As Ryan comes across the line, will it be pole? Yes, it's a 3.6. He found that time to the final sector.
Wow, super time. He's well at 10th faster than Timon. Timon actually was on a lap, but he's invalidated here, and he was also a 10th up on his time, so he was looking to do such a mega time too.
Oh yes.
ILRT Pat, I think he's on a lap but invalidated, so he's getting ready to start one soon. We have quite a lot of people on laps because it is coming to the final stages of this qualifying session. Not really anyone coming around the final corner apart from ILRT Pat, who's about to start his lap.
Spyrus coming towards the penultimate corner. Now coming to the final corner. He did improve in sector 2, but what about sector 3? What's that going to be like? As he comes round the final corner, it's a 3.9. He's up into 5th place as well, so good lap time from the Haas driver. His teammate's about to start a flying lap. He's currently down in last place, unfortunately for him.
I do believe that Spyrus might actually set up his teammate for some slipstream, but his teammate's actually just off the track.
Yeah, his teammate's off the track in turn 1. Is that turn 1? I can't really. Yeah, it is turn 1. I remember Mercedes.
I think just Chris come on the final corner. Almost lost the back end, and he did do 1.144, but he also didn't validate it. So I think he's starting his. He's just cost the. Actually, no, didn't have enough time. Cost the pits. And also, I think we've got to mention the fact that Timon and Sector's actually retired, so it looks like for now, Ryan's on pole unless ILRT Pat can do something. He's actually come around the penultimate corner now, and he's looking very fast here. Can he have a chance at getting that pole position? 2 tenths off. Has he found them 2 tenths? I think he has, you know.
Yes, he's got it. That's 3.5. That's a good lap time from ILRT Pat. It's 2 tenths up to the middle sector.
It's almost a second faster than my time.
We've got Williams on pole. Last time we saw that in Austria was 2014 when both Williams locked out the front row. Both Mercedes spun it. Rosberg down at turn 1, Hamilton down at turn 4. So ILRT Pat has taken pole position for Williams at 103.5, a 10th ahead of Ryan.
That's the
Recreated
final
history.
classification.
Unfortunately for the Haas driver, has not improved his lap time. He's down in 20th place of 5.2. Let's see what he can do in the race then. Wish him the best, Warslander.
Yeah.
He has got points to his name, I believe.
Some of these drivers have incredible pace. I'm talking about literally most of the drivers here. A 3.5 from ILRT Pat, a very strong show from the Williams driver. I don't think I'll be able to ever achieve that time. It's quite a fast time. Very fast time there.
The best I could do is a 3.9, so I'll probably be up with 5th place or 4th place, depending on where Spyro's
I would be up in 8th or 9th there, if I was to do my fastest time. But yeah, this is your final classification. There's a lot of very, 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 very close times, maybe between MMA Splash and LRB John in 9th and 10th. Just Chris and NZL Cam. I'm not sure what positions they were, but the gap is 6 thousandths.
The German driver in ALRT on pole position at the Austrian GP. The Dutchman is 2nd place ahead of. Oh yeah. Oh no, he's not on pole. He's got a 5-place grid penalty. He's not on pole.
We might have forgot that there. I do believe other drivers.
It was Compassion. Lion and Compassion hit each other, but I didn't see Pat get a 5-place grid penalty. So
that was for. I'm gonna go check race director.
Yeah, who did he hit?
I'm not sure. He got a grid penalty.
Oh, there's too many of them. There's too many warnings.
Yeah, he got ILRT Pat. He got a grid penalty for illegal blocking, so that's very unlucky. It's going to push him down to 6th here. And MMT Lion is going to push him down to 11th. Wow, it's going to make the race very exciting. It's going to be more hard for ILRT Pat to try and clinch this win today.
6th place. He must be frustrated with that one, of course. We're stuck in a DRS train. We know what it's like in Austria. So, who do you think is going to win the race today then? What's your predictions?
Well, it's quite close, you know. Pat, he does have some incredible pace here. I do predict him to come 3rd here, because he does have some really great pace. I mean, all these drivers have great pace here. I do think that Sectors will get 2nd, and I kind of forgot the other driver name, as
Ryan.
Not sure where they. Kind of forgot where they qualified. When we get back, I will let you know. I think Ryan will get 4th. I'm not sure he will be able to get that podium today.
Do you know ILRT Pat? Did it say who he blocked?
Yeah, it was he. I think got a penalty for illegal blocking. So yeah, it's him down in 6th there.
Did it say who he blocked?
No, just said illegal blocking. So I think he will make climb up the grid to get 3rd. But he's actually down in 10th. He must have got 2 good penalties there.
Jesus, how did he get down in 10th? He only said on my screen a 5-place grid penalty. So where did the other grid penalty come from? So
because MNT, also MNT Lion, he actually got qualified 6th. He's down in 16th as well.
So they both received a 10-place grid penalty.
Wow, very harsh from the FIA. Very harsh.
Well, Lion's on the tyres he started on in Q3. Well, he set his fastest lap time in. Sorry, not Q3. I'm used to commentating full qualifying, so I meant he set his fastest lap in the top 10, and he starts on them tyres. So he's got to work his way up through the grid as well. So more hard work for Lion on those scruff tyres.
Yeah, I still think that Pat can climb his way up into P3 with Sectors in P2, but the win it'll be close between quite a lot of drivers. But I do think that it will be Spyrus Virus to get that win from the pits. From pit strategy.
I'm getting told it's a glitch, so he's not got a 10-place grid penalty, it's a glitch from the game. So Codemasters doing what Codemasters does best.
Messing over people's races there.
Feel sorry for Pat. Don't know who he illegal blocked. Don't know if he didn't know the driver was coming or did it intentionally, but whatever he did, it's put him down into 10th place.
Just found out Gavin. Oh, sorry, go on, say what you're saying.
I was going to say should be started 6th. What was you going to say?
Gavin on the YouTube stream did say there'll be no rain in the race, so it does give a better chance for Pat and Lion to try to climb up the field here.
I wonder if we're going to get better penalties in turn 1 because someone complained in the chat that the sun was in the way for turn 1. So I wonder how many penalties.
It's going to be in the way again coming into turn 1 here for the people on the front row. But I do think Cam has a problem with his car here, I think, because he did lag out the session during the formation up there. But we're ready for lights out.
Yellow flags on the straight for some reason. What's going on? Yes, you're right. What's going on with Cam? He's telling me he's in first place and he's stuck behind Q-Tip. He's not in his grid slot. So there's been a glitch with New Zealand Cam's car. Go
yeah,
ball with him.
I think he might race Q-Tip's lap up as the AI do get away quicker, especially when they've lagged out. So hopefully Q-Tip don't have a problem there.
He's left the session, so it's all good. As we are underway for round 3, I think the Renault gets a better start at the Racing Point. Yes, he does initially, but he wheel spins on the second phase at the start. Will he go down the inside? No, he won't. Tries to, as Ryan stays ahead. We'll be going down in the midfield then. Compassion down in 5th place. Ooh, yellow flags already.
ILRT Pat's down into 20th. He had a hit of one of the cars at the back there, and that's a huge problem. He's lost half of his front wing. As Cam's joined back the session, he's still in AI mode, I think up into 17th there. But Pat, after me predicting him into P3, I think I've just gave him the commentator's curse there, but hopefully he can work himself back up here.
Look at the Toro Rosso of Compassion going down the inside of Spivers. They go side by side, coming out of turn 4. We saw the Racing Point tried it around the outside of Timing in turn 3, but it didn't work out for him. He stays in second place. Both Racing Points remain where they are, down in second and third. And like you said, it's we've got Williams being under pressure by the Ferrari. They both make contact coming into turn 8, and just Chris is behind the Ferrari Q-Tip. Look at this guy from starting in last place. He's down the inside. He slides his way into the penultimate corner. Gets back on track safely. Look at Slash and Lion going side by side. Lion's made up 4 places. She should be started down in 11th, I think, not 16th. BJ slid his way into turn 1. Messed it up a bit on the entry. Now Konski's behind him.
It's been quite a shaky start for some cars, but it's been quite a brilliant start for the Alfa Romeo team and the Racing Point team here. They've managed to get themselves up a couple positions here. But I wonder how Sectors and Ryan's going to be playing today. I know they both won the chance at winning the race. They both won the chance at overtaking ILRT Timon. But how are they going to play it? How do you think they're going to play it?
Ooh, I don't know. Sector and Ryan, well, under 1.5 seconds behind first place, so do you think they're going to be like playing the slipstream game, pulling each other along?
I'm not sure about that. I think Sectors might want the win more than Ryan here, so I think he will be pushing. But Ryan seems like a nice teammate. I think he might let him have the go first, but if he can't, then I think Ryan will try overtake him and have a go at Timon. But Timon is pushing away. He's actually moved away 2 attempts here as DRS is enabled, but I think the slipstream DRS is all going to be kicking in now for quite a lot of drivers. We're going to see a lot of more overtakes from now on.
Down into turn 1, look at Icestall Toes on the back of that Mercedes, and the Mercedes gets a bad exit quit out of turn 1. Icestall Toast, well, he's on the medium tyres, so obviously these guys could be much quicker than him. Pulls alongside to go around the outside into turn number 3.
Look at Gavin Tetheroux. He's on the softs from nowhere. It's 3 wide coming into turn 4. Look at the Red Bull. Wow.
I just saw the Mercedes half spin it in turn 4. He's down in 18th place, and he's behind the Ferrari. Look at the Ferrari trying to go around the outside, not making it there. Q-Tip alongside, but further ahead, Lion versus Gavin Tetheroux. So yeah, I've tried it here.
Cam's actually managed to rejoin the car, and he's actually quite up to the back of this mini pack, battling for P13, I think. But it's been an absolutely incredible start for MT Line from P16. He's moved up 5 positions, and he's now battling for the points here. So let's see how he can do.
Compassion. I just saw ahead that Compassion he lost the car but saved it, and he's lost the position to Spirus. Thankfully, he did not hit the wall. Oh no, we got yellow set to P.
You just see Timing get a penalty there. I'm not sure if Godbud's retired on the track, but it's been a virtual safety car. But it's been a very unlucky start for ILRT Pat. He's just come to the end of Sector 2 now. He is on them hard tyres, so he is going to be looking to take them to the end here. Currently running in 20th, soon to go into 19th here. But it looks like ILRT Timon has some incredible pace here. He did qualify seconds, now leads in the race here. here at the Austrian Grand Prix, and Sexton's closed the gap massively to Ryan here. So wonder if this game between the racing points is going to play. I wonder how. Is Ryan going to let him through or not? Because Sexton's much closer to him before the last.
Oh, Toro Rosso spun. Toro Rosso clipped the curb and he spun. He rejoins back down in. Wait for the cars to go. 12th place.
Oh no,
we've got he spun where I spun a few months ago in a league race. Gavin Tetu spun it around, but
yeah,
that's very unlucky for him. Down in, where was he? 10th, 11th, 10th.
Yeah, I think that's pushed MMT Lion up into the points here. It's been very unlucky start for McLaren and Williams, as we see Cam overtaking Just Chris actually side by side coming into turn 1.
You might want to look at the two racing point. One of them goes down the inside, the other. That's Sector. He's made his way through on Ryan. Sector's now up into second place. We've got more yellow flags because Gavin spun again through the final corner. Come on, Gavin, mate. Don't give up. As Ryan's on the back of Sector as they head down into turn 4, but Sector, Ryan saving his ERS. Gavin's left the session in frustration, so unfortunately for him, he will not be participating anymore. Ryan being smart about it, he's saving ERS behind Sector, decided not to go down the inside. Could have done, but he decided not to, as Lions ahead of LRB.
Oh, I think some of this might help LRT Pat as Gavin Tetery's left the session. Q-tips actually come out the pits. Just Chris was, I think, having problems with his traction control. He's actually lost some of his wing here, so that might help LRT Pat just a itty-bitty bit, but gonna have to see how he improves later in the race.
He's gone off the track too. The lack of downforce he's having on the front of the car, not be able to turn in and brake how he wants to.
Still have 30 laps to go. Anything can still happen. It's actually Sector's actually overtaken Ryan here. I think they are playing the game. I think they're letting Sectors have a go at trying to get an ILRT timer, but I don't think we actually mentioned that timer has a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings here. The gap is 2 seconds. Sectors is sitting with a chance at winning, so we're going to see what can happen.
Toro also driver Compassion's taken back. We can see behind us that Spy is also there as well. Let's hope he gives enough room. He gets on the grass a bit. Will he try around the outside? Nope, not a place to go. The inside line is better for turn 4. Compassion moves himself up into 4th place, but look at Spyro's getting a better drive. But he backs out of it because he knows he can't make it through there.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of battles going on track here, and quite a lot of exciting battles going on in the track also. McLaren's now at the back of the grid. Sectors is actually let Ryan back through. I don't know if that's been a mistake, but he's let Ryan back through, and I think that's cost him quite a lot of temps here. 5 temps, so I allowed to Timon in that Renault, showing some incredible speed here. But enough of that, we need to get onto this battle for P4 here, because this is very, very close between P7 to P4. I'm excited to see how Spyros Virus is going to approach the Toro Rosso coming into turn 3.
Spy's picked up a penalty. He's behind Compassion. And look at the racing point of Sector. I don't think he's given up. Do you know what? He's just let him do it. That's an easy move from Sector. He's just backed out of it before the braking zone.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to keep switching around, because after this they've lost 7 tenths in one whole lap to ILRT time, and I think they might have to stick with Sectors for now. And I think they might need to keep Ryan just behind him in the DRS zone, so they can close the gap even more here. I don't think keep overtaking them will help the Racing Point team. They're still in a strong position at the moment, but ILRT
he's in the pits. He's in the pits. He retired. I think he's had enough of it. Unfortunately,
that's very unlucky.
I feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him. He should have started out as 6th, not in 10th.
Codemasters messed quite a lot of people's races up. It's very unlucky, man. He was in a very good chance of winning the race. Hopefully, he can come back for Redemption Day next week here at BPRL.
We didn't see Huey blocks, but I don't know if he was on purpose or wasn't concentrated. But next time out, he'll just have to be more aware about it. And look at Spyro's getting a better drive. Coming out of turn 1. Way
closer. Ooh. He did get a penalty though. He did get a penalty, I think, when we was talking about ILRT Pup, but he has a massive pace in that Huscard going down the inside here at the Austrian Grand Prix, coming into turn 3, now down coming into turn 4 here. The Alfa Romeos are still holding in some strong positions, P6 and P7 here. I saw Toast. He's had, I don't think we've mentioned it, he's had quite a fantastic start. First 8 laps of this Grand Prix, all the way from P16, I believe. He's moved up 8 positions, so he's had a great start, must say.
Warriors lad, the guy that started in last place is now up to 10th. He's Compassion almost loses at the exit. We've got yellow Sector too.
I'm in MNT Lion. I think his traction control just pushed him onto the grass a bit, and he has lost it. He's actually lost his front wing, his front right wing.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a problem there.
I was going on board with some people in turn 4. I'm going on board with Q-Tip, but on the right hand side of the grass, there was a bit of damage. I did see, so that is Ryan.
Also, I'm not sure if Ryan has damage. He's actually coming for an early pit stop here, lap 9. So I don't know if this is the pit window. I don't know if these are when the drivers are now going to start coming into the pits, as Ryan's now gone into the pits. I think he's going to be taking these medium tyres to the end here.
It was Lion. It was Lion who got foot with damage, mate.
Yeah. Oh, he's also retired as well. This is very unlucky for some drivers. Yeah, ILRT, Patton, Lion did both have grip penalties. Co-masters did kind of mess their races over. So very unlucky for them. Come back bigger and stronger next week.
Compassion is up into 3rd place. He's got past Spyrus Virus, who's now got Spies on the back of him. And we've got BJ lurking in the background there. BJ's been quite quiet. We did see him make a mistake. It's turn 1, but let's hope he's got the pace to catch up to these 3. So I've noticed the gap between first and second. It was 2.7, now it's 3.8. So I think Timer's just got the pure pace ahead of those 2 racing points. The 2 racing points splitting their strategy because it is time to pit. Yeah, he's doing the undercut. Well, Ryan's doing the undercut on Sector, so Sector's now in the pits. I think Timer will have to respond to the next lap as well. He cuts the first corner, as I saw from him.
You know what? I think these drivers would have been pitting a lot later. Maybe around about lap 12, lap 13. These guys are pitting quite early here. And I think Timer's going to be doing that lap 10 to lap 12 pit window. And he's going to, I think they'll still have some life on them tyres. But Ryan's actually jumped in. They're so close to racing points. Ryan's managed to get the better of it. And he's actually managed to pull away from about a couple of attempts, maybe a second there. And he's managed, to get the jump, and he's actually managed to, he's going to go down the inside of Zero. He's coming into turn 3, and he gets the overtake on. Successful move there from the racing point driver, but now it's all time to see how the ILRT Timon, Compassion, Spyrus, Virus, Spies, BJ react here.
That was a crucial move from Ryan because he wants to do the undercut on Timon. And Timon, yes, he's coming to the pits, taking that line. And let's see if he gets how. Well, we saw Set to do 2 laps on those brand new tyres. Let's see if it's paid enough for him to try and jump Timon in the pits. Yellow's to Set to 3. And who is that? Chris.
Compassion's also jumped in the pits as well here. I was thinking one of the Alfa Romeos would have jumped in the pits, but obviously they're just going to be saving their time.
Safety car is deployed. Safety car is deployed because I saw McLaren hit the wall. And that has worked beautifully for Timon as well. Compassion as well. Look at the safety car.
Perfectly for Timon. Compassion might be in the podium positions here after some great wrestling with drivers trying to defend his P4 position. This might be an incredible time, but look at the racing points. These guys are also here.
Compassion is obeyed to go for the pit lane and rules and regulations, not under the safety car. Can he jump depending how slow the delta is? No, he can't do it. Can't do it. He's just with it.
He's closed the gap by quite some time here. He's actually just a couple of sectors here, so I'm going to be very excited to see how these drivers can cope. And do you know, it's not the best. It has been great for Timon. He's pitted under the safety car. He's gained so much positions. He's gained so much time as well. But the bad thing for him is that he's actually got a 3-second penalty, which is going to hold him down here.
Yeah,
hold him down quite a lot.
Do you know how you say that Alpha should have pitted? They should have the lap before because they've got to come in. It's a no-brainer to pit. They've got to come into the pits this lap, and those two will be double stacking. Yeah. You can't go for another lap because they will no longer be under a delta as they catch up to a safety car. Safety cars waited in turn 2. Wait.
Spyrus is going into the pits.
Yeah,
Spyrus is going in. Yeah, they're double stacking here. So it's going to be very interesting to see where BJ can actually come out into the pits here. Some drivers do have like 10-second gaps to each other here, 8-second gaps. So it's going to be interesting. But Timon's going to reclaim that lead. LRB's staying out. He's actually on the mediums here, so he's going to be up into them podium positions. But I think he still has to pit. ISO Toast and the Walrus Lander staying out on track. I do think quite a lot of other drivers also staying out on tracks here. The people that haven't actually stopped yet.
Spyrus and Compassion side by side out the pit. So Spyrus is just made ahead of Compassion. They were both. Well, Ryan was under the. Well, they're still fighting. This is not done and dusted yet. Compassion's ahead of Spyrus Virus. Now, I remember Spyrus Virus ahead of Compassion, but oh dear. Let's hope there's no argument between the two.
Some illegal overtakes there. LRBJ, he actually came up P10 2 positions behind where he was supposed to actually come out. Not the best, but he could have fell down quite a lot more. So he's sending the points. He still will be in the battle. He will still be next to his teammate. So
this ain't gonna go well. I don't think Spyrus is happy. He's tried to overtake Compassion now 3 times. They keep letting each other go, and I don't know what's going on between those two.
It might have been an illegal overtake. I think Compassion might have just done an illegal overtake, and he hasn't been forced to give it back from FIA here. So I think Spyrus might have something to say about that in the stewards room after the race here.
No, the thing is though, Spyrus was obeyed for the pit rules and regulations, while Compassion was under a Delta for the safety car. They were both under different regulations, and Spyrus made it ahead of Compassion. They both still kept fighting side by side under the safety car conditions, as Just Chris is trying to unlap himself. I think you can do that. I don't know if you can or not. Will it give you a penalty?
I don't think you can. I think it does give you a 3-second or 5-second penalty. As you see, he's ignoring the yellow flags here. He just got a 5-second penalty now. He is unlapping himself, but I do think he does eventually get disqualified if he does it multiple times here. So I think he is just going to have to
sit been disqualified.
Behind. He has.
So Just Chris has been disqualified from the session for overtaking the safety car. Do you know that in real life you can do it, but
I'm not sure. He's still driving on my screen. He's like driving as his normal self. It's not the the AI car driving here. He's actually lying. Yeah, so I think he managed to unlap himself. But with all the penalties, he's gonna have to serve. He can only serve one of them in the pits. So the rest of them that's all by him. He's gonna have to try to create some time here with the other cars that he's gonna be battling. Can he catch up to the safety car in time though? That's the question here.
Short track, can he do it or not? They're all on the straight. There they are.
Because he's the only car left to catch up here. The only car, and we don't know if the safety car's going to be coming in at the end of this lap.
It benefited him, even though he was the one that caused the safety car by spinning at the final corner right here. So, him spinning and crashing caused the safety car to come out, and he's allowed to unlap himself and catch up to the pack.
Yeah. LRB, he hasn't pitted.
Safety car in this lap, boys.
Yeah, LRB, he hasn't pitted. I think he's going to be coming into the pits around the next 5 laps. He has 5 laps to try and move away from the people he's actually been battling with. As he's at the front, he could get some slipstream from the faster drivers ahead here. So it's going to be exciting to see how he can play on with these drivers up front here. LRB. It's going to be exciting as we get
Hello everybody in the chat. Hello everybody in the chat, how are you doing? I'm doing okay, could be better. How about you? Let's see when Timon decides to go. Allowing the safety car to come into pits, and off they go then. Who gets a better restart?
Start.
Yeah, look at that, beautiful
start. And we can already see
Ryan goes down the inside of turn 1 of LRB. Yeah, like I was going to say, he needs to get past that Mercedes as quick as possible, and the other racing point too. Sector right behind LRB.
LRB didn't get the best exit. He's also given Sector enough speed to go down the inside. Oh, and he's almost gone into the back of his teammate. I think we saw a small lock-up from him, but he's managed. That's let Compassion go through, and that's Compassion into potential podium position there. As he's also behind the Mercedes of LRB. He might be going down the inside. He might be going around the outside. That's the Mercedes, not leaving much room there. Compassion just has to stop behind the Mercedes, and he's gonna have to give it another go again here.
Thing is though, he had to stay there because he can't move under the braking zone. Can he go around the outside with better tyres? No, he can't.
He's
gotta be careful.
There.
Yeah, he's gotta be careful. The car was losing it on the exit.
Yeah.
You know what? The more he stays, the LRB stays ahead, it's allowed these two to pull away beautifully. Timon and Ryan.
Yeah, but this time, Ryan doesn't have Sectors as his teammate. He won't have the slipstream and the DRS he had before. The gap is already 1.1 seconds. Can he keep within 1.1 seconds of ILRT Timon? Can he keep within that gap? Because Timon is showing some real strong pace here. Compassion all over the back of LRB here. He is showing some magnificent pace in that Mercedes. Can he get the overtake down coming into turn 3? What about Sectors? He's actually slotted in behind a bit. As we see Compassion go down the inside, and now he's in the podium positions. Squeeze the Mercedes off a tiny bit there, but that's Compassion into the podium positions. Can he move away from Sectors?
Sectors trying it as well. Down the inside he goes into turn 4. Can he get... No, they're still side by side quite out of there. But the better tyres would expect the racing point to pull clear. Now that has to go side by side. Beautiful move. Oh no! Oh no! It's all gone bad.
Wow. Spyrus hit Sectors, and Sectors hit a Virus, and also LRB was involved, and he hasn't even pitted yet, so that's made this race will go from bad to worse.
It caused a chain reaction, that did.
Yeah. the good news about this is Toast is up into P4. He's actually pitted, and he might be able to get to the podium positions here. He's actually in Renault as well, so this is a very strong showing from the Renault team. But he does have a bunch of cars on the back of him here, so he's gonna have to do some top class defending to try to keep that position.
Sector got away with it. I think he went into a half spin, didn't he? Not a full spin like the other two did.
He's actually in this battle for P4. He's just at the back of it. He's actually managed to secure one overtake on Q-tip. He's actually gone round the outside, so he's actually managed to get one overtake done. I can getting a bit wild on the back end. He's managed to get 2 overtakes done. He's already got a 3-second penalty, but look, he might even be back up into P4 in a matter of seconds here. Indigo.
Q-tip has overtaken New Zealand Cam, and Cam's losing it on traction again like he did out of turn 2 and turn 4. Oh, who's that alongside him? That is Slash getting involved too. There they are, side by side.
Yxnglightz might be getting involved on the next straight as well here. Does Cam have a problem with his car? He might have a problem with his car. A lot of drivers are really challenging him. There's nothing wrong with his car. It might just be that he's lacking a bit of downforce, because he does have a lot of cars in front and behind him. He might be struggling for that air.
The top 2, yeah, I think time has just got raw pace. It's 1.6 now. It was 1.1. Now it's 1.6. So I think time has got a pure pace to keep ahead of that racing point in second place. But what about further back? What's going on there? Toast, not talked about him much. He's up into 4th place somehow, and Spies stays behind. He'll try and look at that Alpha go down the inside of the Haas.
Very bold move, and yeah, that's LRBJ. Remember, them two double stacked, and he's now almost behind his teammate. He's managed to catch back up, and it looks like it hasn't even meant anything to him. He's in a battle for P4 now. The Alfa Romeos from 7th and 8th, 5th and 6th, they might be having a chance at trying to get a podium here as well here.
2.1 is the top 2, is the gap between the top 2. 2.1, so I think the timing is just doing an amazing job, although he's just gone wide through the penultimate corner.
Zeros did go on the gravel. He's lost a bit of time to Sectors, and Q-Tips actually gained a bit of time to him, as Sectors is already on the back of the Warris Lander. Warris Lander's actually pitted and jumped Sectors here, so let's see what Sectors can do. He's got a much better exit, he's got much better straight line speed, as we can see. A bit of weaving from both of the cars there. Is Sectors going to be bold and go around the outside? No, he's going to keep it. He's done a little switchback here.
He squeezed him on the grass. What's he doing? Needs to give him a bit more room than that.
The Warris Lander squeezed him right off the track.
Spies is overtaking Toast now. BJ's yet to do it. He's currently up into 4th place. Lai's rejoined, even though he's retired, so probably helping someone.
Can BJ repeat it here, or is he too far behind? And the gap from the top 2 is actually 2.2 seconds.
Toast is coming back. Toast is coming back down the inside of turn 4, and he's done it.
Very strong. Very strong. As I was saying, Ryan, he actually needs to keep in within 3 seconds to try and claim this win here at the Austrian Grand Prix. We have to remember at the start of the Grand Prix, Timer did get a 3-second penalty here, but enough about that. We need to worry about this battle for P4. Toast is doing some brilliant defending, but he's got 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 hungry Alfa Romeos alongside him. He also has the Warris Landon Sectors just a bit behind here, and it's just battles all over the track in the
Yep, that's what I expect from the Austrian Grand Prix. You got 3 DRS zones, and it's just a short track in general, so expect loads of battles here, as Toast will be under pressure from both Hasses behind him. Let's see if Spies can get a better exit out of turn 1. Now coming up the hill towards turn 2.
Yeah, let's see LRBJ. He's getting some great slipstream here. Spies back up with the overtakes. Toast just slipping behind. Toast does have the DRS, and these guys are going to go side by side. We do also have the Warris Lander. Finally, that Sectors by. Zero's on the penalty here. Toast is back up, and look at LRBJ. He's got some mad pace.
Q-Tip down the inside of the Haas into turn 4. He's made it ahead of Warris Lander. Where did Q-Tip start?
Oh, and Cam's gone down the inside of Zeros as well. So double overtakes there from 2 different drivers. You also got Spyrus Virus and Yxnglightz. Spyrus Virus goes down the inside. We also have MMA Slash in that battle here. We have LRB, he's just 7 seconds behind Just Chris after unlapping himself. Lap 20, 16 laps to go here. If a safety car comes out, Indigo, I think these guys might be able to go into the soft compound tyres and stretch them to the end. Here.
16 laps could be a bit difficult, depending. Oh, Ryan's picked up a penalty, went wide through turn 1. Did get the best of turn 1s, and that's
very unlucky there. Looking on the map, looking at the map on the right hand side, the top 3, they're just in their own world. I think it's 4th place all the way down to 14th. battling for 4th place here. This is going to be very exciting here. And this is what I was talking about in qualifying earlier. The midfield, very close, very fast, very strong. And this is very exciting. I'm looking very forward to see what this last 16 laps can bring to us here at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Oh, look at Spies. He's going down the inside. Toasted on the previous lap. Now he's going down the inside of him into turn 4. And Spies is finally ahead of Toast, but the slipstream is powerful around here. BJ, he's got to the grass a bit, those two.
Sex is also on the back. He has to be careful because last time he went round here with a couple of cars, he also lost the back end here, so he has to be careful here. But he's also on the back. He's on the back here for P4 here, and 4 seconds in front is Compassion here. So sectors, anyone might have a chance of getting a podium here. We also have to look out for penalties towards the end of the Grand Prix.
Timer's got another penalty. He's got a 6-second time penalty. So I think Ryan's only got 1. So.
I'm just gonna check for the top 3 who has penalties. So on.
Wait, don't say it. I believe people don't like to spoil time penalties because it spoils the race. So I don't think reading it out is the best thing to do. Just let it. We'll find out towards the end of the race. I heard that from some people saying that they want to check time penalties because it spoils it, and not excited. So just leave it till the end of the race. Let that sort it out. As Spyro's down the inside of Zero's. Zero's coming back, both touching wheels.
I'll tell you what's exciting. This battle for P4, mate, it's really, really, really great here. LRBJ, he's actually Sectors actually managed to make the overtake of him, and Toast is the next victim for Sectors. He's on a roll. Sectors, he's trying to get back up into P4, maybe even the podiums here, as Compassion's actually not moved away. He's actually still in 4 seconds within Spies 4.2 here, but he's actually closed up. Almost a second in the wrong corner from Ryan to Compassion here. So Compassion might be on the roll. He might be able to catch up to Ryan and battle for that 2nd position.
Look at that DRS train. Absolutely painful when you're at the back of it because you can't do nothing. Oh, Sector! All but getting out of shape, coming out of turn 1, had a tank slapper on, saved the car, thankfully, out of turn 1. Now, on the back of Toast. And will he go down the inside? Yes, he will. Down the inside he goes. Let's hope he don't hit the Alpha Male.
There.
Yep.
But both of them do have DRS on Spice, so they're much closer thanks to the late braking that they both did. So Toast might have another look at getting into P4 here after he was battling Sectors. And look at Sectors, he's just slipping in behind and he's actually hit the back of
3 wide coming into turn 4, the Haas, Williams and the Haas. And who's that behind us? Red Bull's gone off the track, and who is that? That's Zero's off the track. Look at that, there's 3 wide. Spyrus, New Zealand Cam and Warslander. I don't know how they did make contact through there, but it was clean, beautiful and brave from all 3 of them. Sector!
Toast hadn't got the best exit. Sector moves up into P4.
Don't give up on league racing. I know league racing is stressful, but at the same time it will be stressful.
Yellow flags in Sector 3. Slashes off the track here.
Oh,
so that's not the best day for Williams, not the best day for McLaren, and also not the best day for Mercedes. But I think this is what racing is. If we didn't have the crashes, the overtakes, the moves, the pace, Formula 1 wouldn't be as what it's like today.
BJ, will he go down the inside of Toast? Can he do it? Yes, he's going to try it down the inside. It's turn 3. Both wheel bagging, but that's part of racing.
Yeah, I must say it's really exciting to see a group of cars battling for 1 position.
I really hope he didn't push him off the track there. Oh, down the inside goes the racing point on Spies. Let's go aboard with that battle. They're both side by side coming out of turn 4, turn 5, now into turn 6.
Might need to be careful here. Might need to be careful. I think he's just going to back off here. Yeah, he does. Oh, and Spies! Losing the back end a bit. He just managed to control it.
Very easy to lose the back end there, especially when you're fighting side by side. You just got to be careful when you apply the throttle, especially doing side by side through there.
Where's the closest battle here? I do think it is from Q-Tip to Spies now. I think Spyrus Virus has actually just lost a bit of time here. He's just lost a bit of time. I do think he is still in the DRS zone. He still has time to catch up to this pack here.
Oh, we've got a crash! We've got a crash, and that is Toast. The exit turn when he's dropped it, and now he's in the wall, and that'll be a virtual safety car.
What happened? Did he lose the back end?
Well, I just flickered on board, and he was spinning off into the wall. Oh, that's such a shame. I just flickered onto him, then he just slammed it in the wall. I've seen plenty of people do that before. Did he get on the curb? Did he get out wide? Was the wheel
Wow. I saw Toast, he was on a roll. Safety car really gave him some luck there. He was up into P4. He was having a superb race. Very, very, very unlucky there for the Renault driver. But the only thing Renault can do now is try bring home this win. Virtual safety car should be ending very, very soon here. But the battle for P4 has not ended. The battle for P4 is still on. Virus, Cam, they both closed up to this battle, so that equals more cars battling for this position here. So let's see how this battle for P4 pans out.
Nobody comes to the pits because that's a wrong thing to do. And let's see who benefits of the virtual safety car, because I know you can gain a lot. Look at Sector.
Ooh, mad pace from Sector. He does have DRS again. Now, and he's... this is very close.
Did he go off the track? Or did he have enough room?
I think he did have enough room, just enough room here. The Alfa Romeos are bringing the
down
fight
the inside goes
to
Spyrus
the
or Q-Tip. Spyrus got down the inside of Q-Tip. BJ and the Alpha side by side, both teammates. How will they play it out? Will they let each other go, or do they really want to fight?
Excited. Really excited. Oh, it's been a pleasure to do commentary with this race, but it's not over yet. Still quite a lot of fights to do.
And BJ, Spyrus almost dropped at the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, RLRT Timons actually moved away quite a lot. He's gained a couple seconds on Ryan. Ryan's gained a couple tenths on Compassion, and Compassion's actually gained a couple seconds on Sector. So it's starting to actually square out for the top 3 here.
Yeah, but the lap previous, Spyrus did go down the inside of Q-Tip. Now he's got a good pace. He's actually caught up to the back of Spyrus.
Spyrus is a penalty now, and the Warris Lander. He's actually 2.4 seconds behind them here, but I think Yxnglightz might have something to say about that to Warris. I think he might be up for battling in the final points, but he's actually went off the track and he's lost his front right ring. Very unlucky there from the Torosso driver.
That's the McLaren of Just Chris. Did he get DRS? Yes, Sector's got DRS to protect himself from BJ, so that McLaren's helped out Sector a lot.
Very lucky there from Sectors. He's now back up into P4. I think, did he qualify in P4?
I'll go check. No, he qualified on the second row, did he? They were both fighting for pole position.
Let's check. He did.
Third. Third.
Yes, he's not far off from where he started, but he is close. And even 4th place is some very strong points for his team. 2nd place also. So Racing Point are showing a very strong fight. Also Alfa Romeo here, they're also showing a super strong fight here. They're bringing battles everywhere out on the track here. So, yeah, very excited to see how these drivers can race.
Let's see if BJ can overtake Sector.
Oh, Sectors and Spyrus getting, they both got 3-second penalties here. So that might affect them towards the end of the race.
Let's see if BJ could do what Spires couldn't do on Sector. Sector's pulling away just a bit though, gets a decent exit coming out of turn 4.
Yeah. We haven't actually mentioned ERS. Sectors has hardly any ERS to play with. BJ has much more ERS to play with here. Same with Spyrus Virus. They have quite a lot of ERS to use. That's also been a big factor to play here. So that might be why Tymon's actually managed to move away a bit, but Ryan does have a bit more ERS than him currently. I Stole Toast says actually he's complaining a bit.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's why I was responding to him, but you expect it to happen because it's Austria. Austria, everybody's feisty because you don't want to be stuck in the DRS train, do you? Spyrus slips through on the inside.
Austria's also a special track, you know. Niki Lauda, just have to remember him, one of the greats in F1. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Spy's coming back at Spyrus Virus. Get a bit confused between the two. As Spies is ahead of Spyrus Virus, so he's actually dropping back from BJ and Sector. Sector, as you say, his ERS not particularly doing good compared to BJ's. Almost half that he's got.
He's actually moved away. So the Alfa Romeos are now splitting apart after being together for literally the whole race.
Down the inside goes New Zealand Cam, and yeah, expected that to happen. Late braking from New Zealand Cam, tried to be brave with Q-Tip, but he broke too late.
He's back with the Warris Lander here.
No, I don't think he should fight too hard into this corner because he's got gravel on his tyres. Got to be careful.
He's still forcing it. He might just have to back off for now and wait for the DRS zone. Can he do that? I think he is going to have to.
Yes, I think New Zealand Cam was getting a bit frustrated behind Q-Tip. Like I said, Austria. People like to fight a lot because they want to get out of the DRS trains and just... I don't know.
This is going to be interesting. Now, Q-Tip's done 2 stops here, but if we check the tyres, the tyre life on some of the drivers, Ryan's done 20 laps. ILRT Timon, 18. Look at these people. The minimum these guys have done is 17 laps. So are we going to see anyone pit for sauce like on the last couple of laps here?
I don't think
because
so, mate.
The tyres
it's too
might
late.
be gone. You might see a puncher and then the closing matters of the race here.
In 2018, when I commentated for League Race in Austria, there was a puncher on the lap 34, but these tyres are a little bit better than 2018, so hopefully that don't happen to any drivers. But like you said, there still could be a possibility. We've seen a lot of drivers fight, and hopefully they don't get a puncher.
Hopefully not. Hopefully these guys can come back to the race. And we actually forgot about LRB and Just Chris here.
Oh, Sector! Something's happened with Sector, the exit turn 8, and BJ's overtaken him. Turn 9, sorry.
They go side by side. Sector still managing to keep it there. They left each other space respectfully.
BJ's wise.
Sector has the DRS. Oh, nobody has the DRS. He must have literally went side by side. Exact same time they went through the thing here.
I was going to say, it looks like through the final corner, BJ was wise to back out, otherwise they would come into contact or just push each other off the track, but you don't want to do that. So BJ was wise to back out of it, and of course get the DRS.
BJ's a lot of DRS, and I think he might have DRS in the next straight. He's gone very late braking. Sectors actually has the DRS. He's been pushed a bit here, so let's see what he can do here. It's just a bit far. I don't think he will get this overtake done here, but the racing point has a lot of pace and doesn't have that much ERS. So imagine if he had the ERS, he could have had a bit of ghost in there.
New Zealand Cam has overtaken, but not yet. He's going to repeat the same thing as yeah, he goes off.
The lock up there, managed to keep it on the track there.
Unlike Cam, he managed to keep it on the track. So late braking, I like to see it though, but Lander couldn't make it through. Came into a acute angle, carried a lot of speed into a acute angle. Not going to get the best exits doing that. So Cam did the switch back and overtook him.
Spirus is on the back of Sectors. Sectors on the back of BJ, but BJ has a bit bigger gap to Sectors, and Sectors has the Spirus here. So let's see how these guys can go coming into turn 3. Some people haven't even got penalties yet. Very strong showing from the drivers. Yeah,
the gap's 6.9, so I think Timon's safe despite having those 2 penalties. What will be 1 penalty effectively because Ryan's got 1.
Sectors,
No.
And that's the second time he's been involved in it.
No, back out. Oh my days, no.
And both Alfa Romeos have contact. Oh, that's so unlucky. I don't know. That might have been Spirus Virus losing the back end, taking both Alfa Romeos with him.
He lost the back end. He lost the back end because the Alfa Romeo, the other Alfa, decided to make it 4 wide. So that's why they lost it. Come on.
I don't know who caused that there. I don't know if it was Sectors from hitting the back of the Alfa Romeo here. He did look a bit impatient there, but he did have DRS on the next straight, I do believe. But very unlucky there from both Alfa Romeos. Let's see if they have ring damage. LRBJ, his car is absolutely fine, but with Spies is very unlucky for Spies. He doesn't have a front left wing.
Why would you make it 4 wide? Like, it's just not. I don't know. I don't want to.
I mean, three wide, maybe something could have worked there, but 4 wide, I think there's just too many cars, especially coming into a cute corner like that.
Alright, so what happened? Sailor Flags, we set to 2, let's hope. Kodski again, and there's the 2. Oh, he's been passed by Chris and LRB, so. What I saw, I was on board with the Alpha, the other Alpha Spies, and but BJ and Warslander were side by side, and the Alpha decided to just try and slip through, but that would never work because none of them would have expected it. So I think it was the Alphas. Put the blame on the Alpha. Nothing wrong with BJ or Warslander, but anyways, it happened.
We have to see turn 2. Turn 2 is such a tight corner, especially the entry here. But 4 wide, I just cannot see it working. 3 wide, sometimes you can't see it working. 2 wide, there's a possibility there can be a successful clean overtake done there. But LRB on the back of Just Chris, battle for P13. Is he going to go down the inside or around the outside here? Very close.
Both on the same age as tyres. As Spirus picks up a 3-second time penalty. You'd be frustrated down in 10th, but don't give up. I know he's down in 10th. If there's only 3 laps to go, no chance of a safety car appearing, but let's hope he can score those extra points he has. Points are crucial in the championship.
Ooh. MMA Slash and Spies Slash is going to be so close coming into this corner, and Spies does get the overtake coming into turn 1, but Slash, he has the DRS here, so can he regain P11 as Spies going on the grass a tiny bit there? Can he gain P11 coming into turn 3, or is he just going to back off? Looks like he's just going to back off there.
My man's too far back to make a move from there. If he did, then it'd be crazy to do it. And Warslander and Cam Stoller over, battling for 6th and 7th, those two. Warslander 2 laps younger than Cam's tyres. Cam's benefited from all that. Up into 6th place. Q-Tip, not talked about him much of the race. He's been quite quiet and anonymous in the race. He's up into 5th place, considering where he started down in 12th. So he kept out of all the trouble and drama, and he's just benefited his way up to 5th place. So he's done a good job so far, and he's the reigning champion.
I wonder if Cam or Ryan will get punches towards the end of the race. It's yellow flags in sector 2. I'm not sure if anyone
Chris
has done
again.
anything.
I'm going to ignore those yellow flags because we know it's Chris. This battle for 6th place is more crucial.
Yeah, Morris Sanders is actually managing to keep up with Cam this time. Can he get the overtake done successfully?
Too far back to make a move on Cam. Let's hope BJ can do something as well. We know that BJ doesn't give up and he's got good pace, so really hope BJ can get back up there and score some good points he deserves. Highest finish possibly 4th or 5th, but it got taken away from him by someone's misjudgment or optimistic moves being made.
I think BJ qualified in P8 or P9. He said, like, wait, let me go check now. Yeah, he qualified in P8, so he's stuck in the P8. He's the only person in the position that he qualified. So, but he hasn't lost the position, he hasn't gained the position, but if he gains the position, or any positions, I think he'll be happy with the result he gets.
He just missed turn 1, they both missed turn 1. Wait, Cam didn't miss turn 1, he went wide the exit a bit, but Warslander completely missed it. The understeer kicking in from him on the older tyres.
Yeah, Timon's actually moved away from Ryan. Ryan's moved away from Compassion, and Compassion's moved away from Sectors. Sectors has some great pace at the start. Compassion looks like he's done reverse. His tyres are 1 lap younger, and he's got better pace.
Oh no, he's going to end badly, he's out of control, and
and he's lost it. Oh, and BJ, this might have helped him crucially here in championship and in the race here. He could get a chance at battling for P6 here, so at the end of the day he might not be too angry with his position.
That's Warslander. I don't know who to put the blame on, because basically Cam pushed him on the grass, he was just out of control, and I don't know, I don't really want to put the blame on anybody, to be honest, but Cam moved a bit late, you would say, and Warslander, I don't know.
Might have to leave that one to the stewards there, but for now Cam does need to worry about this charging Alfa Romeo, looking for some redemption here. He's going to get it on Cam here. Cam didn't get the best of exits, BJ did, so these guys might be going side by side coming into turn 3. The Alfa Romeo, the Williams.
Saves EOS crucially for the next straight. Oh, down the inside it goes!
Whoa, it's a massive dive bomb, but he's managed to do it. Oh, what a switchback from Cam here. Cam actually has a DRS this time. BJ, Cam, BJ, these guys are so close.
I want to watch 2 battles at once, but I can't. Oh, they both crashed! What was that? What was that?
I think that was all Cam's fault there.
Look at Spirus got pushed on the grass by Zeros, and Zeros is behind.
We forgot to mention, ILRT Timon wins the Grand Prix with Ryan in P2. Compassion, he's going to come across the line. He takes P3. But, wow, I think we might need to discuss this incident after all these drivers cross the line here. Very unlucky. BJ must have something to say about that.
I think that's the first ever time I've missed someone crossing the line to finish first. Apologies about that if you're mad about it, but Cam,
it was such a mad race.
Yeah, it's a mad race. You can't blame us for that one. Cam finishes in 6th place. I've never missed someone crossed the line, as Warslander finishes in 7th. No, 6th, because Cam's got penalties. Spirus finishes.
Spirus?
Oh, Cam's getting pushed down. He's pushed down again.
Can Spice?
He's run out of fuel.
Oh, very unlucky. 2 seconds off there. But Cam's even moved on again, I think.
Well, that race got a bit hot-headed from not everybody, but majority of the field got
Towards
hot-headed.
the end, I think the tyres just started to get more older, more wearier. Late braking might have caused them to go just more deep into corners there. But it looked like Cam successfully got the overtake done, and I think even though they were side by side, I think Cam did close the door on LRBJ. Very, very, very unlucky there. MMA Slash did jump Cam in the end. I think Cam has 18 seconds worth of penalties. I do feel bad for BJ. He was on an absolutely magnificent race there.
Look at that. It's a Dutch 1-2-3.
Very unlucky. Wow.
Q-Tip finish. Q-Tip's been very anonymous in this race. Started out in 12th. Not seen much of him, but he stayed out of all the trouble. And look, he's Mr. Consistent. Got no penalties like always. I've never seen in a league race Q-Tip pick up a penalty. Never. And he's just Mr. Consistent. That's why he's always there.
I think the driver of the day would have to be Zeros. At the start, he did lose his wing. I think he got spun out, or he did spin out once or twice.
I'd say
He's
Q-Tip.
come back to finish in a healthy P8. Yep, Q-Tip's also had a great time. He actually paired twice here. So, would you like to do interviews?
Interviews. Well, do you want to do interviews?
I don't mind. I don't mind. I just need to know their names so I can invite
Timon,
them.
Ryan, and Compassion.
Okay.
If ILRT, not VRT, there's 2 Timons. I get it wrong sometimes. Don't want to invite the wrong Timon in the play.
Timon and VRT Timon, okay?
No, ILRT Timon, not VRT, not VRT.
Who's second? Ryan,
and Compassion's in third.
underscore.
Ryan
Is it
underscore
55X?
double underscore 55X.
Right, cool. And third is VAR.
ILRT Pat is just invited me to a party.
Is it VER? Compassion.
Yeah, VER Compassion. Capital VER, then capital C, then a capital P.
I invited both, all 3 of them to a party. Well, I must say, it's quite a very mad race. It brought bit of both, bit of bad, a bit of good, but overall it was quite an incredible race. Something for us all to enjoy here. A very great race here at BPRL here. Had me on my toes for most of the race here.
That was one of the best exciting races I've ever had, but you could say it's controversy because all those incidents towards near the end of the race, and we've got Timon in the box with us. Any question is podium interviews. Any questions you want to ask in the chat, then feel free to. Let's hope Compassion and the other one joins the party. I think it's Ryan.5.5. Any? Uhatet? Can you make sure your voice is allowed to be shared, please, if it's not already? If you know how to do it, go to the party settings and go all the way down.
Yeah, it is.
I have a question for Timon, race winner. Well done on winning the Austrian Grand Prix today.
Thank you.
We'll start with Timon. And Timon, you led the whole of that race, mate. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great. Just had a good start and pulled away prime. No real problem.
Were you worried about the 2 racing points at the start of the race?
What happened? I have literally no idea.
You led the whole race, that's why you don't know. But the 2 racing points were behind you, and Pat, don't worry, mate. I'll call him afterwards. The 2 racing points were behind you, and did you expect them to work together to try and get after you?
Well, I have literally no idea what happened, so I was just cruising.
Were you just a mind of your own then?
Yeah.
We had no idea.
No, literally no idea.
We had no idea you crossed the line because we were too focused on the battles behind. So, yeah, just a decent drive, just a normal Sunday drive for you out of the front.
Yeah. No real problem.
So for the past 2 races, where have you finished for the past 2 races?
First in Canada and a DNF in Australia.
So this will put you high in the championship then. Are you feeling confident for the championship?
Not really, because next week is my last race.
Oh, how come?
I'm not home 6 days in a week. 6 days in a week.
You're at home. You're not at home.
Yeah, not at home. So.
Going anywhere good?
Shit.
Going anywhere good, Timon?
What do you say? I can't
Where are
hear
you going?
Oh, for school.
Oh, school. So you're back to school on those days?
Yeah. It's
How do you...
work for school.
Oh, I
For
see.
1 month. So I'm not home for 4 months.
4
Pretty,
months?
yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Oh, I see. So, looks like we won't be seeing you around for a long time then.
I think so. But
Anyways, yeah.
hopefully when I'm home I can race here.
Yxnglightz, any questions for Timon?
Yeah. Well done for winning the Austrian Grand Prix today. I do have a question. Your strategy, you pitted, I believe, was to be lap 10 or lap 11. Was that your strategy, or did Renault choose it? Talk us through it.
It was just my strategy because I saw that Ryan and Sector were pitting.
Oh,
So they
you had
were
to just-
doing the undercut.
Yeah, I think and the safety cards had a really big impact on that. That helped you quite a lot in the race. Yeah.
Were you a bit nervous about Sector and the other Racing Point undercutting you, because Sector stayed out 2 laps? You stayed out 2 laps extra than Sector, so were you nervous about being undercutted by him?
Not really, because the gap was like 5 seconds with Sector. So I know it wasn't 2.5 seconds per lap that he was faster than me.
So congratulations on your domination of the race. I think you led the whole of the race, to be honest with you. But congratulations, and see you in 4 months' time. Stay stay safe.
Yeah, same to you guys.
Yeah, that's the end of that race. But Yxnglightz, what do you think about that race?
It was quite an amazing race, to be honest. Ups and downs everywhere. Yeah, it was quite an exciting race. Q-Tip, like you said, very, very anonymous. He had an absolutely incredible race. I stole Toast, very unlucky for him today. Just the same with LRBJ. Yeah, Compassion had a great race. He was battling there for, 4th place? He managed to actually move up and get a podium. Yeah, 3rd place, sorry. Unlucky for Pat and MMT Lion, kind of just forgot about them because the race was very, very exciting to watch. It was quite a good race and I enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next race.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the next race. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I really hope we have a good race like this. Except minus the incidents, of course, but I think there could be a lot of controversy in the chat, do you think?
Yeah. Just a lot of reports going to the stewards, the FIA. So we're going to see what's going to be happening next week, like any qualifying bans or penalty points. So that'll be interesting to see. And it'll be interesting to see like where the drivers will be starting as well next week. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking very forward to see what this league can offer for us next week.
Yeah, same for here. I've absolutely enjoyed it this week. It was a good racing candidate, but this one was even better. So
Much better.
So thankful that I joined this one in this division and tier. It went so quickly, didn't it? Like a snap of a finger, just went so quickly.
It was such a great race. Like even qualifying had me on my toes. They were getting into the 1 minute freeze, and the gap between like first and like 13th, they were all within 1 second of each other. Like we knew that the race was gonna be close. We knew that we was entitled to some action, and that's what we got, and that's what the viewers got as well. It was such an incredible, such a crazy. It was just a great race, and a lot of races can be like this. So I'm looking forward to see if we can have another race like this again here at BPRL.
Problem is, with that DRS trade from 4th downwards, I expected some of that happening. Like, it's going to happen, and some drivers are going to get frustrated because they don't want to be stuck in that DRS train. When people overtaking them constantly, and you're overtaking them back, it's going to make you frustrated, and you're going to lose your concentration, you could say. It's going to prevent you making further progress in the race.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's like pro and cons with DRS. DRS, like the pro is like you can get DRS to try overtake someone, but once you overtake them, they have DRS and they're not leaving you unless someone behind them is going to be trying to butter them, and that might make them lose time to you, or they have to make a mistake. Otherwise, you're not possibly getting away with them unless you're on fresh tires. But the ERS also played a big factor as well. I think if Sectors had more ERS, you could have moved up the field a bit quicker or closed the gap to Compassion within the final stages of this race. Yeah.
I think that is today done there. Really enjoyed that race, but Yxnglightz, thank you for commentating with me again. Big pleasure.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to commentate with you, commentate for BPRL. It's been such a pleasure.
Gotta watch this back because this was just a amazing race. Bit of controversy, but at the same time, it's just one of them races where it's something expected to happen. But anyways, we're done here for tonight, and we'll see you all later.